Dude, both sides. Both sides. You got
yeah.
Republican sheep and you got Democrat sheep, and then you got sheep and sheep in government who are being led by the whip and the House chairman and the president and the vice president. That's it. And everybody just wants power, and it's also fucking stupid. We're just seeing sheep following sheep.
Yeah.
It's a goddamn shame.
Yeah, it is.
I cannot wait for this next segment. It's so good.
Well, that little segue there was getting to the next segment. The king of segues, Dingo.
You better read it like it's written.
God damn it. Soon to be former Governor Andrew Cuomosexual announced that he is resigning. Was that good enough?
Yeah, that's good. Keep it up.
This statement is linked to a possible impeachment for multiple sexual harassment accusations.
Hold on.
God
Okay,
damn
keep
it.
going.
The state attorney general said Cuomosexual had sexually harassed 11 women. Cuomosexual said in a statement, quote, "Given the circumstances, the best way I can help now is if I step aside and let the government get back to governing. Therefore, that's what I'll do." End quote. Good for you, Cuomosexual. No, you said you want to always start a slow clap, Dingo.
Always slow. I like to keep it Cuomosexual when I do it slow.
He is handing over his position to his deputy lieutenant governor, Kathy Hochul. I think that's how you say it.
Probably.
Yeah. She will be the first female governor for the New York State, which sucks because it's kind of like it was handed to her kind of thing. It's not really a legitimate.
A vote by the people.
Which sucks. But anyways, good for her. All she has to do now is not touch anyone Cuomosexually, and she'll be better than Andrew Cuomosexual.
That's amazing. Look how easy that is. So if I don't touch anybody Cuomosexually, could I compete with her to be Lieutenant Governor Cuomosexual of New York?
I think you would have to live in New York for a little bit, Dingo.
And be a Cuomosexual. It's 2021.
Yes, it is. You see, at one point, the Democrats had a hard-on for Cuomosexual.
They were all Cuomosexual.
From the political leaders of the party all the way to the constituents of the party, Cuomosexual was held on the same pedestal as Fauci.
Sexual.
They celebrated his handling of COVID in its early stages, which, in hindsight, his policy in handling of COVID was a disaster. All you have to do is look at the way he tried to scrub COVID hospitalizations by sticking infectious patients in nursing homes.
Which we've been saying was bullshit since the start.
Yes, and we talked about it many times.
Many times.
They blindly follow this fuck. These are the same people that make fun of Republicans because of their belief in President Trump. But the best of their party do the same things that they accuse Trump of. They said Trump sexually assaulted that prostitute. That was false. Andrew Cuomosexual has 11 sexual harassment charges against him. They say Trump is a racist because he said the white supremacists at the Charlottesville protests were fine people, which is a lie. He never said that. That was an edited clip done by the media. Here's a clip of the Young Turks doing just that.
Really?
Yeah.
Now remember, you have to pronounce this in American. Kank Uyghur.
Kank Uyghur.
Yeah. Just like it's spelled.
All right.
Donald Trump got a lot of criticism after the violence broke out in Charlottesville, Virginia. And he originally said that, hey, there's violence on both sides. Later on, he finally released a statement 48 hours later condemning the white supremacists who carried out the acts of violence. However, now it seems like he's taking that statement back. In fact, he believes that there are members of the alt-right that are wonderful people.
On both sides, sir? You said there was hatred, there was violence on both sides.
Well, I do think there's blame. Yes, I think there's blame on both sides. You look at both sides. I think there's blame on both sides, and I have no doubt about it, and you don't have any doubt about it either. And if you reported it accurately, you would say.
Nazis
Kill the
started
person.
this. They
Either
showed
high
up
or
in
down.
Charlottesville. They showed up in Charlottesville
Excuse me.
to protest.
Excuse me, they didn't put themselves down as you, and you had some very bad people in that group. But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did. You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name.
All right, Anna, I have a thought on this too. Na. This guy is so fucking done. So you're telling me that you're going to tell the American people, those guys who showed up with Klan torches to support a Confederate statue, if it was just a Confederate statue, yes, that's your portion of Trump's base who's like, yeah, Confederacy's awesome, Southern heritage, whatever, right? And they don't want to complete the thought. What was the Confederate heritage all about? I know that that's a decent chunk of the American people. But then you had the guys with swastikas, you had the guys showing up with Klan outfits, you had the guys who were white nationalists, white supremacists. It was unite the right of all the loathsome things on the right.
I'm sorry, where were those people?
If that's Trump's version of the right wing.
No, the neo-Nazis.
I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of right wingers in America who go,
they were there?
No, I didn't sign up for that. I'm not going to a Klan rally with torches.
Are they talking
about
about January
And he just put me in the same
6th?
group.
No,
Is he saying that I'm part of that? No. So look, I'm not as, he's way worse to the right wing than I am, which is amazing. Because I actually think that there's a decent chunk of the right wing that doesn't believe in that at all. But he thinks that's you guys. He thinks that rally was uniting the right. That, oh yeah, I mean, you got the Klan and the Nazis, and you got the good guys like the white nationalists.
No, uniting the right with the left, you dumbass.
No, man, this guy's supporting Nazis. This is crazy. He's gone, man. This is not America. If I'm wrong about that, and it turns out America is pre-World War II Germany, well, then we're all screwed. But I don't think so. I think we're a way, way better country than that.
Actually,
and even a majority of the right wingers.
That's the way it was.
We're going to, at some point, raise their hand and go, I'm not part of the freaking Klan.
You know what? Fuck Cenk Uygur.
Kank.
Is it Kank?
Spelled with a C before anything. That's a hard C.
Well, he spelled his name wrong.
Yeah, if it's not Kank Uygur, then you're not using the Latin alphabet, right?
Yeah, you're very true.
Kank Uygur.
You know? I like your logic here.
Yeah.
So
quit putting T's before S's, you sons of bitches. You can't do that.
So they took Trump's statement way out of context. If you don't believe me, here's the actual clip.
You're putting what you're calling the alt-left and white supremacists on the same moral plane.
I'm not putting anybody on a moral plane. What I'm saying is this. You had a group on one side and you had a group on the other, and they came at each other with clubs, and it was vicious, and it was horrible, and it was a horrible thing to watch. But there is another side. There was a group on this side, you can call them the left, or you've just called them the left, that came violently attacking the other group. So you can say what you want, but that's the way it is.
It's on both sides, sir. You said there was hatred, there was violence on both sides.
Well, I do think there's blame. Yes, I think there's blame on both sides. You look at both sides. I think there's blame on both sides, and I have no doubt about it, and you don't have any doubt about it either. And if you reported it accurately, you would say.
Kill the person. Either high or down.
They showed up in Charlottesville
Excuse me.
to protest.
Excuse me, they didn't put themselves down as you, and you had some very bad people in that group. But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did. You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name.
White nationalists then?
Well, no, George Washington was a slave owner. Was George Washington a slave owner? So will George Washington now lose his status? Are we going to take down, excuse me, are we going to take down statues to George Washington? How about Thomas Jefferson? What do you think of Thomas Jefferson? You like him? Okay, good. Are we going to take down the statue? Because he was a major slave owner.